Yes, we are live. Welcome back, my dear friends. This is episode number 87 on Zero Point Healing Show. And today we are going to discuss something very unique and different, which we haven't had a lot of conversation before, which is talking about how our childhood memories actually affect our success, money, and success. So that's the topic for today. And I have with me amazing rapid transformational therapist and a clinical hypnotherapist with me today. So before I move on to her, just a short intro about me. I'm Vishnupriya. I am certified in multiple different holistic healing modalities, including the rapid transformational therapy that we are going to discuss about today. And through my beautiful journey of life, going through these different holistic healing modalities, I discovered myself, I discovered a new me, so to speak. And that also gave me this kind of inspiration to create this platform, web directory, so zeropointhealing.com. It is a web directory that I have created for holistic healing practitioners of all different holistic healing modalities. There are more than 50 different modalities that is registered on the website now. So that's a quick intro about me and about Zero Point Healing. If you are a holistic healing practitioner of whatever modality, I invite you to zeropointhealing.com. You can register for free, and you can also, if you're interested in one such interview with me, you can contact me for that as well. All right, so I'm moving on to my beautiful guest here. So, Jenni, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me today. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey, and how you found, hypnotherapy and rapid transformational therapy.
Hi, Vishnu. So it's very nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful interview. I really love being here. And just a little bit about me. So my name is Jenni Clad. I'm from Finland. So we say Jenni as Jenni. And actually, like when we talk about rapid transformational therapy, I found it through coaching seminars. So I went to Los Angeles and I went to this wonderful coaching seminar by Mind Valley and met other coaches there. And I was hypnotized by Marissa Peer first time. And she's the founder of the rapid transformational therapy. And over 30 years time, she created this wonderful method. And it's a little bit different method compared to old traditional hypnotherapy methods. And I was actually fascinated about that group session because in that short, like a 15-20 minute session, I was able to access something that I had been trying to access and change and help myself heal, like my old childhood wounds that were actually related to self-love and self-acceptance by that time. And I had been working with clients for quite some time already as a coach, and my coaching is quite deep, changing the inside so that outside can change. And I had been working with clients with the limiting beliefs, but I felt like it's taking a long time to get them there, to help them open up to see and take full responsibility and actually allow the I didn't actually know that by that time that we were working with the subconscious in the way that I was working with the clients. And I felt like there must be a better way, because I see that they were able to change something, but then moving forward was still difficult. And as I met Marissa Peer and as I got the experience myself, I was like, I want to bring that part of my coaching practice and my business. And I took the training with her in Vancouver 4 years ago, and I started working with clients immediately. And yeah, I'm getting fantastic results with my coaching clients. So, and I've been working with myself a lot. So that's already a good thing as a healer and, doing this kind of work. I love, of course, self-development and working with myself, because I see like we don't have to be and feel that way and need to be depressed and anxious and doubt ourselves, and we can feel so much better.
Right. And of course, we are our first clients, right?
Always.
We start with ourselves and transforming and changing ourselves. So that's nice and a beautiful story, and interesting that you got to meet her directly and kind of learn from her. So tell us now, let's get into the topic for today, which is, of course, how our childhood memories are affecting our money and success. So tell us a little bit about maybe your own experience of how these, how you found these childhood experiences are actually affecting.
How I personally found these. Okay, so yeah, I think well, it was like because I have a long corporate background, so I worked for corporate for over 13 years doing different kind of jobs. I studied engineering and IT on my 20s, and I felt like I am not doing what I'm supposed to do in this life. And a long time, I struggled with myself and with my fears and started creating all kind of obstacles and diseases and addictions and lived the life that I didn't want to really live. It was against my values, but I didn't know what to do. And when I finally started realizing that I am responsible of my own experience and my reality, I started taking responsibility of my thoughts and my beliefs in a way that I hadn't really realized that I can do before. So I started taking and understanding the power is in me, within me, and started working with the beliefs and thoughts in a way. I started understanding that we can really change a lot when we change the inside. And then when I got into hypnotherapy and coaching, I started realizing the access that when I get access in the subconscious, which is so powerful, and there's so much hidden stuff that I didn't realize. I started creating the connections with the beliefs and the childhood memories. And when I allowed myself to face these childhood memories and close the old trauma and feel the feelings that were there, and not really feeling the feelings but seeing how the feelings were affecting me and what kind of ideas I started creating about myself, about my life, about other people, about relationships, about money, about success, and my own possibilities based on those childhood memories. I started understanding like this is actually the power, because of when we are facing what's in the past and releasing the emotional attachment with those memories that are just memories, we're becoming free to do and be and have what we truly want to. And I truly believe that we are here to be happy. And of course, we have the obstacles, but we don't have to create those obstacles so much by ourselves. But life is taking care of that. And but we can really become so much freer, so much happier, and have so much less struggles, obstacles, and issues with ourselves if we work with ourselves and do this kind of a powerful inner work that rapid transformational therapy is offering.
That's amazing. And yes, I can remember when I personally found out, when I got into this holistic healing, that's when I first heard that, of course, it is my childhood, such memories and experiences, which can be, sometime while I was 5 years old, maybe, my parents said no to buy a toy. And that kind of became a major point of abandonment and rejection and all of that. And then I still feel in my 20s, 30s, and even 40s and 50s, if I don't heal it, it still affects me, in my career, in my money life, in my success and all of that. So first time I remember when I did RTT session, I did it for, money blocks. And what came was something similar to that, at the age of 7, something was happening in my house between my parents that I was witnessing. And there was some money fight going on, and therefore there's so much, embarrassment that I had with this whole thing called money, which was creating so much money blocks in my life and my career. First time I found it, I was like, wow, nobody told me that it's my childhood memories and experiences that is creating such blocks. So now tell us a little bit about RTT itself and how RTT actually helps us, remember these childhood memories and maybe release that as well.
Yeah, sure. And I can totally relate to that story that you just shared. So we all have those childhood memories. And I want to say, just to add a little bit, so it's like quite often people, and it's very natural as human beings, we want to avoid all the painful emotions. And quite many of us, all my clients, almost everybody who I see around me, have learned that it's not okay to feel the negative feelings. And it's so easy to deny them, avoid them, because we feel and afraid, actually our mind is afraid that we are going back to the same painful feeling and experience the same again. And that's why the pattern is there to protect people, and the pattern that is created based on those childhood memories is trying to protect us. Our mind is trying to protect us, and our subconscious mind is so powerful and so clever, I would say, that it's creating all kind of stories that we would stay stuck in the very uncomfortable comfort zone, even though it would be painful, even though it would be allowing us to be as happy, as wealthy, as successful as we want to. So about RTT, in RTT, it's a combination of NLP and different kind of a hypnosis and healing methods. And it's really powerful because we are able to gain amazing transformation after just one session. And that's why I love to combine that with my coaching, because I get really clear and getting fast results with the clients, that how actually their childhood memories are holding them back from being from being happy or making money or becoming successful or up leveling their careers. And then we are getting really good picture that what we are going to work on, and can consciously work with the beliefs and the situations that they are realizing or where they are at the moment. So in RTT, it's quite like hypnosis that we are doing. It's quite meditative, nice present state that we are taking people into. And we're doing induction. We are looking usually at 3 scenes in regression. And when we are accessing the subconscious mind, people always know where they are, who they're talking to. Sometimes people even go to the restroom, in between the sessions, or if the internet connection cuts, like because I do all my sessions online, we just go back to it, and that's okay. So it's and people remember afterwards, like what we have talked about, and they walk away with awareness and feeling so much lighter, feeling so much, quite often relieved, like, hey, I feel like I'm free to do this. I have released the past attachments, and because they are emotional attachments, they are feeling more empowered to take actually action. And I was doing a session yesterday with somebody, and she's today I was checking in with her, and she's on fire, taking action and doing all those things that she didn't even think about that she could do, and she had been holding herself back for a couple of years already. So it's pretty amazing.
Wow, that's so beautiful. And tell us maybe a little more about towards, like how the beliefs are changed, right? The subconscious mind believes. And of course, you explained about how attachment to these childhood memories are being released. But I think as well, the other side of the things are, the power for within us to change our beliefs and get into our subconscious and, release those, and maybe, add in new positive beliefs, and how that is also telling us and helping us change our reality. Just like how you're giving the example of a client who did not do something for 2 years, and now she is having all of that positive uh, vibes, positive beliefs, maybe that you kind of helped her have.
Yeah, so in the sessions, we always do like half part of the session is part of the healing. So getting really good understanding and awareness, like how these beliefs or how actually these memories are affecting my clients. So they will understand that how they affected them emotionally, quite often physically. Last week I was doing a session with the depression with somebody, and we also worked with the migraine. And she released the migraine in the session. She didn't have migraine after the session anymore, for example. And so we see how the memories affected them, and then we are in, because in subconscious state, in hypnosis, which is a subconscious state, we are able to reprogram the mind. So that means that we are empowering the mind with the positive beliefs by replacing the old negative beliefs in the positive form. And the recording is an important part of the RTT session. So we are doing a recording at the end of the session. It's usually 15-20 minutes long. And it's something that people are listening to from 2-3 weeks, usually 3 weeks, because it takes about 3 weeks to reprogram the mind. It's always personal and unique for everybody, but they're listening to the recording for the next 3 weeks after the session to empower the mind with the new positive beliefs. And mind learns by repetition. So that's the key. And that's why we do that. And all the habits are learned by repetition. For example, I'm looking at my nearly 2-year-old daughter, and she's learning and copying everything from me. And I see like how she is repeating everything, and she's learning the good habits and already the bad habits. And I see that everything is forming already now. And of course, it terrifies me a little bit. But it's like that's how we are, and everything is learned. And of course, in the core, it's who we are, like our gifts and our talents and our skills. But yeah, we are able to teach the mind the positive, empowering beliefs like we have taught the mind the negative beliefs before.
Yes, and I think that is one of those, most powerful, transformative portion of RTT, I believe, which is getting all of these positive beliefs. And right after the session, the clients are like, "Ooh, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to face the world and change the way that I do things." Right. So that's amazing. So now tell us a bit about your services. If you have any programs, packages, what kind of services do you offer to your clients? If anybody interested, what the viewers who are watching, if they want to kind of book a session with you, how does that happen?
Yeah, so I mostly work with women and women entrepreneurs and business professionals. And that's probably because of my own background, like in corporate career, I understand that world really well. And quite often people are coming to me when they are feeling stuck, they need direction, they are feeling lost, they can't help themselves. They are like, my whole life is stuck, I don't know what to do. And then we do like a coaching program, working with them from 3 to 6 months usually. And that is kind of the premium work. Everything is included, all the methods, all the healing work, energy work that I do as well. And it's transformational. So we work with the inside, so we are able to change the outside. And then I have intensive packages that are including a couple of sessions of coaching and 1 to 3 sessions of RTT, rapid transformational therapy. And that is powerful, like when if people are feeling stuck, struggling with a habit, for example, money blocks, we can really focus on one issue and heal the issues, heal the blockages, so that my clients are becoming aware what's going on and able to take action. Okay, so that's always important, that they are able to and feel free that they can move forward and for example, ask for money, raise their fees, ask for a raise at the work, or express themselves better. I work a little with a lot of women, boosting their confidence, self-worth, which is always related to money as well. Deserving, feeling that they are enough. That's a big theme. So feeling worthy, feeling enough, feeling that they are deserving to have all the love in the world, all the success in the world, or all the money in the world. So this is something that I do. I do some one-time sessions as well. And I do subconscious clarity sessions that are not RTT. And sometimes also one-time RTT sessions. So one-time sessions are possible. But usually I love to work with the clients a little bit longer because I want to see them getting there. I want to get the reward as well and see that they are making big changes in their lives. So I enjoy that a lot.
That's so beautiful. So now let's move into, as we discussed, you wanted to kind of do a demo session. So my dear viewers, Jenni is going to do a kind of a short demo session. I do not know if you want to call it demo, but you can explain what it is that we are going to do.
So maybe I said like instead of doing a demo, it's difficult to demonstrate like 2 hour session because there's a lot included. But what usually happens, I think it would be helpful for the listeners, for the watchers to hear what kind of a childhood memories people are usually accessing to. Because for me, the interview that we are doing today, it's really important to understand that it can be very small things that are affecting people like 30 years later, 40 years later. Like I have seen through my own experiences and through all the clients that I have, that doesn't have to be a big thing that is happening, a really traumatic thing that are affecting us and keeping us stuck in our situation. So that's why I want to share like those kind of an example childhood experience that my clients have remembered in the session. And for example, this week I was doing a session with somebody. I'm sharing this because I shared this her session with her permission on my Facebook page. So it's public. People can watch the whole session there on my Facebook page. But so that's why I want to talk about her memories here. And she came to me because she felt stuck for asking money. She's a business owner, and she has struggled with her habits. She cannot get things done, procrastination, with self-doubt. And she's like, I can't just like ask money. I can't create clients. And she doesn't have a business if she is not creating clients, right? So we did a session, and she remembered her three memories were related to being with her parents as a child. She was 3 to 5 years old, and she wanted to have this Snoopy, and the parents said like, no, it's too expensive, you can't have that. Just like you mentioned, I can't have something, I can't have a toy I want. And she really insisted. So finally they bought that to her, but she was never able to enjoy that, her success, her victory. She got what she wanted because her parents kind of made her feel that it was too much, that it couldn't afford it, and she took all the pressure away from that scene, that I am causing more trouble to my parents because I what I want. And that was a huge painful thing for her. So she started believing, if I don't have anything, I can't lose anything. So if she asks anything for her, like asks money from her clients, they can, abandon her in that way that her parents did before. And they could actually, if they're not getting the results exactly like she wanted, she's causing more trouble. And these kind of limiting beliefs that we were able to find out in the session. She also had a big belief that I never get what I want. Because later in her life, her mother didn't buy her the clothes she wanted. They always needed to buy like the cheapest things. And later she understood that they didn't struggle with money that much, actually. So it was unnecessary. So that was a disappointment for her, huge disappointment. She felt like her parents were kind of lying to her about the money and what she learned, that she really need to fight for it, and then she can't even enjoy that. And she said to me like, I never had money. She never got money. She never learned how to use money, how to save money, how to ask for money, how to ask things for herself. And she learned that she needs to compensate other people's emotions, for example, for parents' emotions. And this is very common with the kids. They always trying to help their parents when they struggle, suffer, feel sad with their own emotions, because that's what they can do. They can't do much of anything. So they can go into the situations and kind of suck in the emotions, try to be there for their parents. And with so many women, they have felt that they are totally powerless in this kind of a situation. And they powerless like 30 years later, feeling stuck in their situation because they don't know how to support themselves because of these subconscious blockages that they actually have. So these are some of the examples. And for example, for this client, she said like, I'm willing to take pain from the other people. So it's my job to be the supporter and the helper. So I'm taking their pain so that they would feel better and lighter. And that's a courageous thing to do, but it's quite painful place to be. And this is something that we worked on and helped her to release these beliefs and change them.
I was on mute.
Okay.
All right. So yes, as you mentioned, I think it's very similar story to what I was explaining as well. Because when I did, money had been one of my personally in my life had been this major block that I kind of experienced. You know, I didn't have any health issues or relationship or emotional or anything else, but this whole topic of finance and money had played a very big major role in my life as a challenge. So when I did get started with RTT, I did like at least 2-3 sessions with different RTT therapists on money blocks, and each of the session, as I said, it was different small events that has happened. You know, sometimes my father said no to me, or my mother said something, or all of those small events which from our adult mind we wouldn't think, oh, this small event can have such a huge impact in my life. But what I have also seen is it kind of is like a recurring pattern. So today I'm not able to ask money to my clients. I'm not able to, charge higher prices. I'm not able to get the job I want just because, somebody rejected me when I was at 5 years old. I asked for a toy and said no to it. So it sounds crazy, but then we can clearly see the pattern as well repeating, where we thought we are not good enough. And today again, we still think that we are not good enough, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. And the experience that you shared.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I see that with all my clients, exactly. They are not usually like big events. They're just a tiny thing. Somebody has said something at school, you have a wrong kind of a backpack, and the client is thinking like, okay, I'm different. I'm not belonging. It's not okay to be me. Just a simple thing. And of course, it repeats and repeats in different ways in life because of the belief that is formed based on those sessions, those situations, those events and experiences. And then it repeats, and then it becomes a block, and then it becomes an obstacle. And then we need to work on that. So we don't have to solve everything that happened in our lives if it's not a problem. But when it's a problem, we have this beautiful possibility to actually set ourselves free.
Sure. Beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing all of that, my dear viewers. We are wrapping up this beautiful interview here. If you would like to book a session with Jenni, her link is right below the video. You can click on the link and you can have a conversation with her and see what kind of service might suit you for your kind of situation, challenges that you are facing, and go from there. As an additional bonus, you also have a 10% off discount just for watching this video. And the discount coupon code is 0 point. So while you're contacting Jenni, just let her know that you found her from 0 point, and she will offer you that gift as well. Any final words, Jenni?
No, thank you. Thank you for doing this. And, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for allowing me to share my message. So I really enjoyed this interview.
Sure. Thank you so much. All right, my dear viewers, I'm going to see you in my next show. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel, as well as share this video if you know of anybody who's going through any kind of career issues or something in business, or maybe they are having financial issues. Please do share this video with them so they can know that there is solutions for their problems and challenges. And thank you all for your beautiful support that you're giving us. I'll see you all next show. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.